Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Hope you're enjoying your Tuesday morning. It's just about still morning. Obviously, like a lot of Tuesdays, there'll be two that are going to be done quite sort of early today. Obviously, I'm recording this one. There'll be one not long after it. Unfortunately, there won't be one in the evening. I'm busy, unfortunately, so sorry about that. In reality, this first video will be around midfielders. The second video will be around strikers. So you can kind of see where the second one's going. And for once, I don't think anyone's really going to give Harry Kane any crap about it. You'll see why in the second one. But we're talking about the first one. We're talking a lot around Ndombele. We're talking a lot around Højbjerg as well, okay? So this comes, reality-wise, a lot of this is going to come from Turkey in regards to Ndombele. So this came from Fanatic, and it says that Galatasaray have reached an agreement in principle over personal terms of Tanguy and Ndombele. Tottenham have rejected an £8 million offer. £8 million. I'm nearly murdered that. €8 million offer from the Turkish club. They want at least €10 million. I mean, it's about £8 million. I expected us to get more, but I thought about this a little bit because I was kind of saying, we should be looking to get more out of Ndombele. We should be looking for X, Y, and Z. This is what a competent, good quality team do, where they go, do you know what? We want him out the door. We want to get off his wages because Ndombele's on a lot of money per week. We're going to get off his wages. Let's get a few quid in the bank because of it, and we're going to look to sort that position out and bring another player in, right? If that's the case, and we are very much sold on the idea of Ndombele is not going to work in this team, Ange doesn't really want him, then move off him. The top teams do it. You think of teams like teams like Man United don't do it. I can tell you that. But teams like Arsenal obviously got rid of a lot of players. Like Aubameyang was the captain at the time. Got rid of him. Didn't want him. He was on 350 odd grand a week. Didn't want him. You're going to talk about players. At teams like Chelsea, got rid of players that didn't want this summer, looking to sort of ship off Lukaku and things like that. Top teams do this. It's not uncommon for them just to kind of go, look, he's not gonna play for us again. We don't want him here. Move him off, right? And if it's the case that we are looking at Ndombele in that sort of light, then just move him. If you're gonna get some money for him and they're sort his wages out, then just move off of him. There's no point keeping a player around on that sort of wages just to sit him on the bench. Use him or move him. That's kind of the attitude I have on Ndombele in that situation. But a lot of the Turkish reports are coming out and saying stuff. So Galatasaray, or I would say Galatasaray, are evidently leaking stuff. But if we're talking about €2 million, that's the difference. Then, and if this is genuinely a solid report, and talk about these pages that have millions of followers, they obviously know stuff, then this deal is close. If personal terms are sorted, we're €2 million apart. I'd assume this deal is very close to being sorted and done. And again, when you think about it, we still need to get rid of a lot of players. We've still got a bloated squad of players that we're not going to use. Move them off, get them off the wage bill, just get a bit more of a cohesive, smaller squad for this season. Like I said, I've always said about this, and I know you guys in the comments sometimes say about this, we're not playing Europe this year. So therefore, we're playing once a week. We don't really need this massive squad, right? So move off of him. Now, it'd be a shame because I like Ndombele, and you see him in training and he looks like he waltzes past players. He looks an unbelievable player. But training's one thing and the pitch is the other. And we've seen amazing things and we've seen things where it's kind of frustrated a lot of us. So it might be time. And like I said, if you're going to get the money for him, why not? Speaking of Pierre Højbjerg and the situation, obviously we know Atletico Madrid really want him, right? And Diego Simeone has come out and been speaking about Højbjerg. Touched on it. Okay. He said he was asked about Atletico and the Højbjerg deal, and he said there are names the club is working on to address the situation of necessity and obligation. The club will decide we need a new midfielder. So, do you know what? Fair play. He's not intentionally gone out of his way to start speaking about other players, which is so nice to see managers not just keep going like what Bayern's bosses have been doing for the last, I'd probably say 2 years. All they've done is talk about Kane. It's gotten to the point it's a bit stalkerish. But with at least other managers, I mean, even Tuchel, to be fair, yes, he likes Kane, but he had an interview the other day. He said, I'm not talking about Kane. I don't want to talk about it. He's a player at a different club. We're not talking about him. So fair play. But on regards to Højbjerg, obviously I've spoken about how this deal suits Atletico and Spurs. You know, we want to get a bit more of a technical, creative, good on the ball player in our midfield now, and to play that number 8 position. He suits their style of play at Atletico Madrid. The issue is the financial side of things. I don't see wages being an issue. You know, Atletico Madrid have always been a team that can handle paying someone's wages. It's really the transfer fee. We're not going to sell him for £20 million when it's going to cost that, if not more, to replace him. I'm thinking, you know, we're probably looking at about £30 million, and Atletico Madrid are about, I reported it was 25 million as the offer that they'll maximum go to, and we're looking at about 35 million, I'd say, at least. So I think this deal is far from done. I can see this deal going well into August. You know, I know obviously we're August 1st, so happy August 1st, pinch punch and all that stuff. But I see this one progressing quite far into August, to be honest. He's been a good servant for Spurs, Højbjerg, and I think, you know, he's done right by us. It's you know, the same way we should be doing right by him now. So if he is a player that wants to go to Atletico Madrid, say, look, you know, you're obviously not going to say no to playing at Spurs. You know, we'll continue using you in the squad. Let's get you that move that you want, as long as it writes for everyone. And if it does, I think Spurs will probably shave off a few quid if it is to kind of move them out the door, bring someone else in that they want, and so forth. So we'll have to wait and see a little bit on the Højbjerg situation. I'd assume we'll have some more information about midfielders coming up. It's kind of we've gone from the Conor Gallagher of the 40-50 million region to the Frank Kessie of the 15 million region. So that's not very shocking. In the second video, to give you an update, in the second video, yeah, we are talking about strikers. We're talking about a lot of rumours around the replacement of Kane. We have an update about the Kane situation, not only about the fee, but actually something really interesting that's come out kind of from Kane's camp about how he wants an answer by a certain point, and if he doesn't have the answer, he's staying at Spurs. So I'm going to tell you about that in a bit. And we'll also, within that second video, we are talking about 2 players that we're going to look to sign from Barcelona. Normally quite exciting. You have to stay tuned for that one. So we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. Enjoy your Tuesday. Obviously, I'll see you a little while soon. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. In the comment section, hit me down below about this whole midfield situation. Would you be happy with Ndombele and Højbjerg going? And if 2 are going, how many do you think we need to bring in of that variety? Or do you think that money goes elsewhere? Let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, lads.